Welcome to SEO.divan.erasmus.com. Today we will continue with the third part of building SEO, and today we will learn how to research for keywords for your content. Let's start. Well, today is step number 2 of building steps to SEO, or should I say steps to building SEO. This is the third part of 3 videos so far, and please make sure to watch the first video before you continue with every single video in order, just to make sure that you know what is going on and what exactly we're talking about. So today we are talking about step number 2, which is keyword research. On my website seo.divan.erasmus.com, I have many information articles and posts on keywords. The real important thing to know is that keyword research is one of your most important parts. I believe it's the second most important part, or should I say it is one out of 2 most important parts of SEO. So it is not just an important part, it is an important part of SEO. So let's continue. So we're continuing with steps to building SEO. Step number 2, keywords relevant to your content. So let's start with keyword research. Keyword research. The importance of having a keyword research plan is to understand that what keywords are typed into search engines, as they are also known as search terms. Search engines will display relevant content based on everything they know about a search term or keyword. You need to spell it out for the search engines in order for them to display the results on a search word. We need to know what people type into search engines, and this is known as keyword research. Keyword research is an important part of SEO and is critical to your SEO efforts, very critical. So how do we start planning for your keywords? Well, I've put 3 steps here. We've got brainstorm by asking questions. So first step is asking question. First step. What service do you offer? Don't think of words that never get typed into search engine. So you need to figure out what service do you offer and try and put that into words. And then figure out what is relevant, what do people type into search engines that accurately explains your service or content. So second step. Second step is evaluate search volume. Do search volume metrics. And that means that some keywords are typed in less than others that are more descriptive. So do not go for the most searched keyword. The trick here is understand which words are searched for and understand which words are relevant and accurately explains what you and your content is. So now we'll go to the third step. Categorize your content to each keyword. So categorize. Have themes or topics on each keyword. See these examples. Example categories and groups. You can categorize your content by model, by brand, by color, or you can make your own category. Well, to sum that up, each person searches differently. And the more data you find and explore, the more you will know about your visitor and put yourself in a visitor's position. So now we'll continue on with the best keyword tools. Well, we all know Google. I believe that Google is the biggest search engine out there, and Google is the biggest and has the biggest reach, as you can see I've written down. Yeah. So you've got two key tools that you can use for Google, and the first one is keyword tool, Google's keyword tool. You can find it at http://adwords.google.com. What you can do here is you need to select the tools and analysis when logged into your Google AdWords account. You can choose advanced advanced options and select specific regions and devices to reach search and get data on. Located on the left of the screen, select the exact checkbox as you only want to research specific words. So make sure that on the left you have options to choose specific, to actually find out exact information on a specific keyword that you're entering into Google's keyword tool, which is located in AdWords. So when you finished having your and decided what keyword you will use, you type it in the word phrase box to see the relevant data. So now the second tool you would also need to use to gather the maximum amount of data on your keyword is google.com insights/search. So you need to use Google Insights. Now Google Insights basically does what it says. It gives you insight into why people search for a keyword, and you will understand more about why people search for a word. So it's best to understand why people search for a word in case you use a keyword and people search for it because there has been negative news around it. You would most likely want to stay away from it. But if people are searching for keywords because they are interested in it, and it's nothing to do with bad news or a disaster or something like that, it means you are most likely going to want to use that keyword. So you need to understand the keyword before using it. And this tool gives you more information on a keyword and historical insights into why some keywords are searched for. You can also see by map reference what are the countries that type in your keyword the most, and also compare more words next to each other and getting more keyword ideas. So you will also get more keyword ideas with Google Insights. So just to finish this off, keyword research is a very important part of SEO. Use these keyword tools to understand what people type into search engines. Now let's move on. The next section is what keywords to focus on. Okay, so now we need to understand what keywords should you be, concentrating your attention on. We've got 3 things to consider before choosing your keywords. We have relevance, that's number 1. We've got search volume, number 2. We have competition, number 3. Relevance is, ask yourself this question. Does the keyword I found correctly explain the service and website, explain the content of my website, of your website? If the answer is yes, and the keyword you have found does explain your website and your content accurately, then you have found your keywords. Now, search volume. Search volume is the amount of searches done per month for a specific keyword. Use the Google Keyword tool and scan the global and also local monthly searches for search volume measurements on a keyword. So in your Google AdWords account for your keyword tool, you will see columns, and there will be a column that shows how many global and also local monthly searches are done. And that is how you will measure how many people are searching for the specific keyword that you have. Now let's continue to competition. Number 3. How many websites or pages are competing for that specific keyword? So you want to know how much competition do you have for a keyword? And let's face it, you do not want to compete against a keyword that has millions of strong, very competitive websites. If you know that that'll take ages and years of hard work just to get your ranking up, you need to have a plan where you can get your keyword in the search engine results as quickly as possible in the best possible position. And this is where you need to understand how much competition is there for a specific keyword. So what do? You go to Google Keyword Tool, you check the competition column, and you'll check the information on the competency of a word. You will see if it's high, low, or medium. Usually low means that you have less competition. So it is up to you to make sure whether or not you would like to go for a stronger keyword. Maybe you've got a very strong website that you've been building for so many years that you actually want to start competing for stronger words because you've just decided that you are ready for that. Then that is up to you. But if you really want to make sense of the best possible route to take for keyword research, you would need to actually look at less competitive keywords. Keywords that describe your website and website content accurately and makes it easier for you to rank in Google searches without having too much competition. So for example, let me give you an example. If you use a keyword like TV, the competition is very high and isn't specific to what exactly is needed. But you can do better. Why? Because you can use 32-inch flat screen TV as a keyword, and if it is relevant to your website, you will be able to easily have less competition and more relevant visitors that search for that specific keywords. So to conclude this section, let your competition go after the words TV, and you can go after less competitive keywords and terms, search terms like 40-inch LED flat screen TV. Now the next section, where to use your keywords. Well, before you add your keywords, make sure your content is relevant to your keywords. Make sure that the content you have on your page accurately explains what your content is about. So your keywords need to explain what your content is about. And you can actually do this easier by having an organized spreadsheet in place to identify what keywords you have used and on what page of your website. Well, why do you need to have a spreadsheet? Well, a spreadsheet helps you see where you can add your keywords on a specific page of your website, and it also helps you to adjust keywords quickly if needed. Well, what areas do you add your keywords on your page? Well, let's see. If you can, you should try and have a URL. That means a www.yourname.com. You should have a name.com that accurately explains what your website is about. That'll be beneficial. You do not need to have a URL that accurately explains, but it would be beneficial. And also you need to have your keyword inside your content. It's actually it is actually much better for you to only have one keyword per page. So do not use 2 keywords per page or 3 keywords or 10 keywords per page, as it is very unlikely that Google will see your page as a relevant page for those keywords altogether. So try and focus on one keyword per page, one keyword per one page. And the second one is you should add your keyword to your title of your page. The guideline is 56 characters maximum. Now why 56? Well, if you see the search results, you will see in blue the headline of the website is normally mentioned in blue, and it's quite bigger than the rest of the text. And that area of blue is only 65 characters. So if your title is longer than 65 characters, not all of your title will fit into the search engine results, and people will not be able to read the whole title of that specific page on the search engine when people search for your site. So meta description guideline is you should also add your keywords in your meta description, which is inside the HTML code of your website. To be honest with you, it is already common knowledge that meta description does not mean as much as it did in the past. However, it's still beneficial just to have that, as some web pages do still read your meta description and take that as an explanation of what your website is about. So the guideline is 156 characters of your meta description. And then also focus on your header tag. It's normally your H1 tag. And just add your keyword in your H1 tag. Now we will see that if you want a copy and an easy template to use as a spreadsheet, I already have one. You can download it at seo.divanerasmus.com/SEO structured keyword tools spreadsheet.zip. So you can download my free spreadsheet just to see exactly what you should have, the basic structure of a spreadsheet to monitor, and also how to put together a proper spreadsheet and plan for your website. So use one keyword per page, don't overuse it on one page. That's my advice. Now the next section, which is the final section of this area of keywords, and it is keyword research is a long-term plan. You should measure how your keywords are performing and always try out keywords you have researched, as all keywords tend to become less effective. You can do a quick test to see how good your keywords perform by doing a Google AdWords campaign. Even if AdWords is a paid service, it will give you an indication of how your keyword will do without wasting months of waiting for generic search results. And now SEO is an ongoing process and needs to be adjusted over time to maximize your website's potential. So you would need to go back and test if your keywords are actually performing as well as they should, as you hoped they would. And then how do you do that? Let me give you a check system on how to check your keywords and how to, the ongoing process of checking your keywords. First is adjust your keywords. If your keywords does not perform, then adjust them. It is not a really bad thing to continually adjust your keywords to find out which ones work better, but you still need to have time, and that is where you can use Google AdWords campaign to find out which keywords would actually give you the best amount of visitors and the best results. And number two, test your keywords, and that is what we were just talking about Google AdWords. You can use Google AdWords to test keywords and make sure that they are bringing the kind of visitors that you would like. Number three, retest keywords often. So number three is just make sure that your keywords are still bringing the same amount of results as you would like them to, and as if you have seen them do in the past. So make sure that keywords still perform the way you want them. And then this will help you start to understand your visitors and their search patterns by rechecking keywords. And now, as always, this is not the end, but the opportunity of activating your SEO. This is seo.divanerasmus.com, and we still have, I believe, 3 more parts and steps left of steps to building your SEO. And the next step would be creating quality content and adding your keywords. So our next step of building your SEO, we will continue with creating quality content. This is seo.divanerasmus.com. Hope you've enjoyed my videos so far. I believe I'm getting better at making these videos, and please do give me comments if you believe there's something I can improve on. And as always, thank you so much for following me.